I'm gonna wash my face. Wash it off. Wash it off. Oh, hey. Hey guys, it's Bryn, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my skincare routine. Now, if I'm honest, I don't have that bad of skin, so I tend to keep my skincare routine very simple. I don't like to do too much that could potentially just make everything worse, so I tend to just skip to the basics, cleaning, moisturizing, and not much else. But I wanted to tell you about the products I use that work really well for me and could potentially work really well for you. I also have a special guest today, and it's this bunny in my pocket. He's quite shy, so he might not talk too much, but he looks like a skin expert. So I think you should know right off the bat kind of my skin type and the problems I deal with relating to skin before I kind of get into the things that I use. My skin tends to be very oily in the typical oily areas. Everywhere else gets fairly dry. One of my biggest problems is like evening all that out, making sure the oily parts don't get too oily or the dry parts don't get too dry. And my other biggest problem is like blackheads and just like pores and stuff getting in there that I don't want in there. I don't typically worry about acne too much. I have it obviously, but it's not my biggest problem. A lot of the stuff I have is kind of universal, and I think a lot of people could benefit from using the same things that I use. So my number one biggest tip, most important thing regarding skincare and your face is washing your face every night and every morning. I started washing my face every night and making sure to take my makeup off probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and since then I have not slept once in my makeup, and my skin has been all the better for it. So I always make sure every night to take my makeup off and every morning to wash my face again. But I hate makeup removers, and I think that they dry out my skin and they make things worse and they don't make my face feel good. I hate when they have lots of fragrances or chemicals in them that I feel just like strips the moisture out of my face and just leaves me feeling awful. I went out and tried to find makeup removal products that did not do that and were very simple, very basic. And then I found these simple cleansing facial wipes, and I love these things. I get them at Target, and I use these every night that I don't shower to take my makeup off. After I use it, I feel like my face is clean, but there's not like a residue on my face, or it's not dry and just tight and awful. It says no harsh chemicals, it says no artificial perfumes or dyes. I mean, it's called simple, and that's basically what it is. It's simple, and it takes your makeup off and it leaves your skin exactly how it's supposed to be. And then in the morning, I use this simple cleansing micellar water. I just put a little bit on a cotton pad and rub it around my face just to take off any dirt or oil or anything that got on my face while I was sleeping. So the nice thing about it is you just put it on a cotton pad and you wipe it on your face, and then you're done. And you can put on your makeup or your moisturizer or whatever else you put on. You don't have to worry about taking this off. It basically just cleans your face before you put on everything else. It's very simple, takes off the dirt, takes off the oil, move on, let's go. Sorry, there was like natural lighting in here and now it's gone. So there's gonna be this like awkward shadow behind me, and I apologize. So the next very important skincare thing that I started recently was cleansing and really working to get the stuff out of my pores and just clean my face more than just wiping off makeup, but going in deeper and getting out all that gross stuff that's not supposed to be in there. I got this for Christmas. It's the Clarisonic, and I wanted one of these so badly. I didn't buy it for myself because they're not the cheapest thing, so I was so happy when I got this for Christmas. It's really easy to use, it's really nice. I use this in the shower every day when, you know, my pores are open, whatever. And I use it with this Origins Zero Oil Deep Pore Cleanser. As I said before, one of my biggest problems is like dirt and stuff getting into my pores with like blackheads on my face. So I picked up this Origins one because it said zero oil, which my nose and my chin and my forehead gets very oily. I really like this. I like this better than the cleanser that comes with the Clarisonic. personally because it works better for me. If you don't have an oil problem or a pore problem, don't pick this one. You don't need it. Don't worry about it. It smells really good. It smells like mint, which is really refreshing when you're cleaning your skin, for it to have like a mint scent and just kind of wakes up your skin and makes you feel really good, and I really like that about this cleanser. Next thing I use is something that I have never used before. I got this quite recently, but since I've been using it, I have really enjoyed using it, and I think it's really helpful, and that is a tonic. I have the Origins United States Balancing Tonic, and I will tell you why. I said before, one of my biggest problems in terms of skin was that I had very oily areas and I had very dry areas, and it was difficult for me to kind of figure out what moisturizers to use and what products to use that worked well for both parts of my skin. That's really why I picked this up. I had never really thought of getting a tonic before. I didn't really know what the point of it was, but I had heard that people had used it and that the people who did use it swore by it. I picked this Origins one because I tend to really stick to the Origins products. I really like them. They seem very natural and not too, I don't know, like chemically, I guess. Anyway, I've noticed that this has done a very good job of like balancing out my skin. It kind of takes away the oil from the oily areas without drying out the rest of your face. I use this in the morning right after I clean my face with the simple micellar water, and I just put a little bit of this on a cotton pad the same way and just kind of rub it on my face and let it dry before moving on to my moisturizer. Now, I have a very hard time with moisturizers because my skin does get very oily. The idea of using a moisturizer when I already have oily skin seemed really weird to me, and I knew that I should be moisturizing. I knew that it was important for your skin to moisturize it every day, but I had a hard time finding a moisturizer that I really liked, that didn't sit on my skin and make it just feel gross and oily and bleh. I hated it. Every moisturizer I tried, I hated. It was either sticky or it like sat there on my skin or it just made me super oily and gross. So I just avoided them altogether, and I said, I hate moisturizers. I don't want to use them. I hate them. But then I was like, okay, Bryn, you really need to use a moisturizer if you don't want to be a dry, wrinkly mess in like 20 years. So I got this Origins one. Again, Origins, haha. You think I was plugging them? I'm not. I swear they're not paying me to say this. I got the Origins Ginseng Energy Boosting Moisturizer. So the thing about this one is I'm not exactly sure what it has in it. It says on the box, but not on the bottle. But it has stuff in it that's supposed to boost energy on your skin and just make it look more vibrant and look more awake. I was really excited to see if it worked, if it was both a good moisturizer and it woke my skin up, and it does. Not only do I feel like it wakes my skin up and makes my skin look more vibrant, but it's a really good moisturizer. I just put a little bit on, I dab it on my face, rub it in. It's like a very light layer of moisturizer. You don't need a ton. It dries very quickly, and my skin felt soft but not sticky or wet or anything, and it felt moisturized, but my skin was dry. And I was amazed because I really had not expected it to do that, but it did. And not only did it do that, but my skin looked awake and vibrant, and I was so excited, especially because it smells good, and that's a very important factor, that your stuff smells good. If you don't want to go that expensive or that extravagant and you just need a very easy, simple moisturizer, I do really like the simple one, the simple replenishing rich moisturizer. If you have sensitive skin and you don't want to put too much on it, this one is not too bad. It's not my favorite. It does still kind of make my skin a little bit oily, it does kind of sit on it, but it's not very, very terrible. It is very simple. It is very basic. I get it at Target, the same place I get all my other simple products. If you need something like that, this is a very good alternative to an expensive moisturizer, I think. So yeah, very simple, very easy. That's the way I like to keep my skincare routines. I don't like to worry about it too much, but I know that it's something I have to do. So these are the products that I have tried and I have liked and I have been using for a good amount of time, that I feel comfortable using them. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you heard about a product that you want to go try. If you have something that you really, really love in terms of skincare routine that you want everyone to know, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I would love to hear it. And make sure to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel please, because I have new videos coming out every Tuesday that I really want you to see. So I'll see you next Tuesday.